Alrighty guys, so Sombra got revealed today at BlizzCon, so let's go ahead and go over her entire kit and let's go over all the cooldowns that we know as of right now, and then on top of that, I'll give you guys my thoughts on it because I know some of you guys want me to tell you guys if she's going to be viable and competitive or not. Short answer, yes, she's going to be super viable and competitive. I want to say that she can, in one sense, completely destroy a composition and absolutely just win the game simply because of her ability to make it so the other team can't really respond with ults unless they're playing certain heroes, which I'll get into. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into all of her abilities and her passive starting off. But her passive isn't listed over here on the Play Overwatch website. I'll link all of the stuff that I'll be using in this video, but as far as her passive, it's not listed anywhere. You guys can see it in some gameplay over here. I'll link this gameplay if you guys want to watch it. This is like full actual gameplay. I don't want to get a copyright strike or Reno, so I'll just link the video down below by this guy over here. But anyways, so her passive ability is to see things through walls, and that lets you see targets through walls when they are low on HP. I don't know the exact number as far as the threshold goes, and on top of that, you get to also see what their ultimate charge is at, so that's actually pretty good information. You're able to relay that to your teammates. Now, your teammates do not also get this vision. It's not an active ability. It's just the passive that she has. So you can see ultimates and you can see people through walls when they are low on HP. And again, I don't know the exact number on the threshold or if armor is taken into consideration. But once the PTR launches and has her, I'll give you guys those hard stats on that. I feel like a lot of stats will be changed though because she definitely is overpowered as far as I can see as of right now. Her cooldowns are really short. But anyways, her basic attack is the machine pistol. It's basically like tracers, but it seems like it has a longer range. I don't know the exact hard stats on the numbers as far as how much damage it does and if it has certain damage drop off at certain distances. I don't know those exact stats as of right now, but it seems to be something that you want to get up and close and personal with. And as you guys can see in this video, you have 60 shots in each magazine. Now, as far as her abilities go, the first ability is hack, so you get to hack an enemy to temporarily stop them from using their abilities, or hacks first aid kits to make them useless to your opponents. So basically, your opponents can't use the first aid kit, and then on top of that, the first aid kit, as of right now, regenerates 3 times as fast. So you can hack one of the things that dispenses the first aid kit, and what you're able to do is grab it, and your opponents can't grab it, and on top of that, you get to get it 3 times as fast. It regenerates 3 times as fast, so that's a really good ability. Now, you guys can see over here how it works. There is a small channel duration. I want to say it's probably about 2 seconds, but when you're watching a lot of these videos, when they showcase certain things, they're going to make it look as good as possible, and sometimes they shorten some of the cooldowns or they speed up certain segments to make it look faster, and that's just the nature of things. So I can't give you the hard stat on the channel duration. Now, as far as its cooldown, you guys can see over here, it is 12 seconds for the cooldown, and that's her hack ability. Now, as far as her next ability is the ability to cloak, which is a thermo-optic camo, and that makes you completely invisible to the enemy team. Now, in the listing over here, it says that her speed gets increased considerably. I don't know the hard stats on that as far as numbers go, but attacking using offensive abilities or taking damage disables her camouflage. Now, I'm not sure if they're considering using the translocator, which is her ability to go and move, which I'll show you guys what that basically looks like. So her ability is to throw this little like translocator thing, and she can teleport towards it. Now, that can actually be used midair. So if you throw it and it's in midair, you can still actually go straight to it. This is the Play Overwatch video over here, and they showcase it, and it has a 6-second cooldown over here, as you guys will see in the video. But as far as how long you can throw out the translocator and then re-teleport to it, it's 15 seconds. So that should be sufficient as far as time-wise. I feel like that should be really shortened, but that can be used offensively to initiate, or you can use it as a disengage, so it's a really good ability. And as far as her ultimate goes, I want to show you guys the radius on this because it's absolutely crazy. Just watch the size of this. It's crazy how big her ultimate is. Reading it first so I can show you what exactly it does. Oh, as far as the translocator, it just lets you teleport towards it. I should have read it from here, but yeah, you can use it mid-flight. But anyways, the EMP, it discharges electromagnetic energy in a wide radius, destroying enemy barrier shields and hacking all opponents caught in the blast. And this is where I feel like this definitely needs to be nerfed as far as the radius goes, because it's absolutely crazy. Just watch how big this ult radius is.
Activated.
So that is huge. That will hit pretty much everyone. Even a Mercy that's relatively far away, I feel like only Ana will be a hero that potentially will not get hit by this. And that's a pretty big deal, but if your team is going to get wiped, yeah. Ana's not going to really do too much to be able to survive on her own. If you're a Mercy, though, and you see a Sombra coming in, at that point you could assume, you know, that she's going to be ulting if she's, you know, going really deep in the center of your team composition. Then I think it's safe to say Mercy should just fly super far away and then get the res, because if you're hacked, you can't use any of your abilities. Now, again, this is her passive, and so she can see when targets are weak, so she can pick off certain things. If it's a Mercy or something that's super weak, she can call it out to like a Genji to finish it off. So I think she's relatively good. Now, in addition to that, I also want to really quickly mention that there's also a new Genji skin. For any of you guys interested in an Oni Genji skin, it looks kind of cool. But anyways, as far as Sombra goes and my thoughts on her, I think she's insanely strong. And I really like her role that she's able to disable Reinhardt's shield, because that is one of the problems I have as a Widowmaker player, is sometimes you get zero value out of Widow other than waiting for the Reinhardt to put down a shield to shoot, and sometimes people will call out, they'll be like, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, use my range attack, therefore people will get behind the payload for a second, and you just don't have as much time to snipe certain things. So I feel like she fits a really good role when you have certain things in the game, like a Genji or anything that can team wipe. Now, I mentioned before that pretty much it shuts down the team composition. Like, if everyone is sitting behind a Reinhardt shield, which this is a very common thing, where everyone sits behind Reinhardt, especially like McCree, Reapers, and it's very hard to break some of those setups. So Sombra can definitely break some of those setups, and hopefully this will encourage less Reinhardt play, because as some of you guys know, I really like playing Widow. But if there's a Reinhardt and everyone sits behind the Reinhardt, it's very difficult to get certain kills that you would normally otherwise just be able to just pick off targets. But I think she's pretty good. As far as her kit goes, I feel like the cooldowns are really short. A 6-second, you know, cloak is really strong in the game, and being able to also disable someone, so you can cloak, disable someone, pick them out, and more than likely you'll be able to cloak right out of it if you time your things right. So I think she's very good, and because she also has that translocator, your kit is so strong because you have the ability to initiate and disengage really fast. But anyways, yeah, those are all the stats on Sombra as well as her kit. I think it's really good, and I think that she will definitely see some playing competitive, and she's looking to be a hero that can destroy those compositions that sit around a ball. And then I also will encourage, I would say, less Lucio and Zenyatta play. If they are all balled up and you ult, you basically say, hey, you know, team, go ahead and ult. You guys can't really respond. Again, the only heroes that can really respond that are on the defensive side are basically Ana. If she is super far away, and let's say the Sombra ults and Ana goes ahead and just ults a Reinhardt, it doesn't really matter. Your team can still just lose, essentially, because, you know, Reinhardt plus Nano Boost is pretty strong. And then also Mercy can really help out with that. So I want to say, in one sense, it can counter Zenyatta and Lucio, because if Lucio and Zenyatta can't ult, your team can just ult and then just wipe them because they can't use any of their abilities. But we'll have to see if that radius gets changed. But you guys can let me know how you feel about Sombra right now. As far as I can see, the radius is just way too big, because it really just disables every single person on the team, except for, again, an Ana that's super far away, or if her Mercy is got enough awareness she can just fly away. But anyways, you guys let me know your thoughts. I'm really excited to play her. Hopefully she'll come out on the PTR this upcoming Tuesday, and then I can tell you guys the hard stats on her damage kit. She seems like a fun hero to play also, so I'll definitely be interested in trying her out, maybe even maining her, depending on how good she is. But I really like her because she will let me snipe as well much easier. And playing Genji, I don't have to worry about every time I ult, either the Lucio ults or the Zenyatta ults, because I swear that happens every single time I play. I'm sure a lot of you Genji mains know what I'm talking about. You ult instantly, Zenyatta ults, or you know, you'll get ulted by someone else. So she can really encourage more Genji play. She opens the doors for a lot of different heroes to be a lot more viable, especially like Soldier. Every time you know, Soldier ult, there's always people that go ahead and, you know, throw up a Mei wall or something like that. Like, you're stopped. So she allows everyone else to be super, super aggressive and really just team wipe much easier. But anyways, like I said, let me know your guys' thoughts. You guys think she's overpowered just by looking at her? Obviously, we'll have to test her out and stuff, but you know, I like talking about theory crafting and all that other good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.